Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Here's a little recap as to what's happened so far in my Oblivion adventure. The Emperor was assassinated, I escaped the Imperial sewers, and delivered the Amulet of Kings to Wayne Priory, located just outside of Coral.
Could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings.
I closed my first Oblivion gate and saved Kavach. Located the last remaining heir, Martin, within the chaos.
I heard about how you helped the guard drive the Daedra back. Well done.
The Amulet of Kings was stolen from Wayne Priory.
Just warming up.
They've taken it! The Amulet of Kings is gone! The enemy has defeated us at every turn!
I escorted Martin to Cloud Ruler Temple. And now we continue this epic quest to stop the Oblivion invasion. This is where I got up to as per my previous videos. Let's get started.
Master of the Blades, I would be honored to accept you into our order.
I speak to the Grand Master of the Blades about joining their ranks so we can make a plan to recover the Amulet of Kings. I am instructed to see a member of the Blades, Boris, who I have previously met. He was there when the Emperor was struck down.
Give my warm regards to Boris. Tell him he should not blame himself for the Emperor's death. He did well to send you to me.
So I make my way to the largest city in Cyrodiil and stumble my way into Luther Broad's boarding house. Inside seems nice and cozy. I see Boris chilling at the bar, so I approach him. I have made a custom spell that basically makes people like me more, so I can cast that on people in situations where I think it will help me.
Sit down. Don't say anything. Just do what I say. Listen, I'm going to get up in a minute and walk out of here. That guy in the corner behind me will follow me. You follow him. Good. Remember, wait for him to follow me. I want to see what he'll do.
His tail follows him into the basement, and so I follow the tail. I decide to sneak because I don't know what is going to happen. Then all of a sudden the tail starts attacking Boris, so I give him a hand to defend himself. I have another custom spell which does frost, fire and shock damage all at once. However, it uses a lot of magicka in the process. I speak to Boris after the exchange.
Good work. I am glad to see you, by the way. You just caught me at a bad time. The assassins who killed the Emperor were part of a Daedric cult known as the Mythic Dawn. Apparently worship the Daedra Lord Mehrunes Dagon. I've been tracking their agents in the Imperial City. I guess they noticed. Thank Talos he lives. Martin Septim, you say? We will restore him to the throne. It is the sworn duty of all blades. What? They took it from Joffrey? Things are worse than I had thought. There's a scholar at the Arcane University.
Boris informs us that an Argonian scholar at the Arcane University by the name of Tarmina is an expert on Daedric cults, and it may be helpful to pay her a visit.
If you learn anything, you can find me at Luther Broad's. May Talos guide you.
I arrive at the Arcane University, which is connected to the Imperial City, and it is very pretty with lush green grass, and has a cobblestone aesthetic. I come across an Imperial guard who is sporting an epic mage's hood, which is a nice detail. There is a really neat stone design on the floor as you enter into the Arcane University. It has some Daedric symbols on it, which lets me know I'm in the right place. Also, I tried opening the gates into the main courtyard for this intricately designed area. However, I am not allowed yet, as I have to progress through the main story for the Mages Guild. After I enter the Archmage's lobby, I am pleasantly greeted with Tarmina.
Well met.
She has a lot of horns on her head. I wonder if those hurt. It must be slightly annoying to sleep with those horns.
Secretive of all the Daedric cults. Not much is known about them. They follow the teachings of Mainkar Cameron, whom they call the Master, a shadowy figure in his own right. Ah, yes. Commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes. Wonderful. You have a scholarly interest in Daedric cults, then? Find them, huh? I won't poke my nose any further. Official business and all that. I'm used to working with the Blades. Don't worry. Say no more. In any case, finding them won't be easy. I've studied Mainkar Cameron's writings a bit myself. At least those that I could find. It is clear from the text that Mainkar Cameron's commentaries come in 4 volumes, but I've only ever seen the first 2 books. I believe that his writings contain hidden clues to the location of the Mythic Dawn's secret shrine to Mehrunes Dagon. Those who unlock this hidden path have proven themselves worthy to join the ranks of the Mythic Dawn Cult. Finding the shrine is the first test. If you want to find them, you'll need all 4 volumes of the commentaries.
After getting some great information out of the very kind Tarmina, I head over to the bookstore named the First Edition, where I meet a character named Fintius, who informs me that he happens to have a copy of Volume 3 of the commentaries of the Mysterium Xarxes. However, it is a special order for someone else and cannot give it to me.
Already paid for by another customer. Sorry. Gwyneth would be terribly disappointed if it was gone when he came to pick it up. So sorry I can't help you.
I have that custom spell that makes people like me more, so I cast it on him and I'm able to convince him to hand it over for 100 gold.
Like yourself. I'll sell it to you, if you must have it.
I ask him about Volume 4, however he does not have it and the trail runs cold there. I inquire about the person who had Volume 3 reserved, and Fintius informs us that he came all the way from Valenwood, which is impressive in of itself. I'm thinking that if I speak to Gwyneth, then I can get a lead on Volume 4. I head outside and I see Gwyneth in a bright red robe.
I'm sorry, but I'm late for an appointment. I've no time to talk now.
I go to speak to him, but he races straight past me and heads into the bookstore, so I follow.
I'm here for my book, Mainkar Cameron's Commentaries, Volume 3.
Ah, about that. You see, I don't have it anymore. Terribly sorry. Full refund, of course.
You could be sure I won't be back. I've never been treated so shabbily in all my life. Good day, sir.
He looks so funny because he's a tiny dude, and I felt sorry for him because I got the book he was so excited to get, and he traveled so far to retrieve it. I hope the trip was good for the little guy.
I don't know if I can help you, but I'll good day. I don't want to talk about it. I'm still very angry at Fintius. He promised me he would get one for me. I came all the way from Valenwood for it. What makes you think that I know how to get it? And why would I tell you, even if I did know? The Mythic Dawn? Are you... I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about any cult. Oh, really? You think the Mythic Dawn is the first Daedric cult I've encountered? I'll have you know that I visited the shrine of Sheogorath during the Festival of the Mad. I've spoken with Hermaeus Mora beneath the full moon. What? The Mythic Dawn were the ones? You have to believe me. I truly had no idea. I mean, I knew they were a Daedric cult. Mainkar Cameron's views on Mehrunes Dagon are fascinating, revolutionary even. But to murder the Emperor? Mara, preserve us.
Gwyneth is understandably freaked out and hands me a note that instructs him to go into the sunken sewers and meet a Mythic Dawn representative. I head back to Boris and inform him of what I have found.
You're not easy to get hold of. What have you found out? They'll pay for the murder of the Emperor. Now that we know who they are, it's only a matter of time. This just might be the break we've been looking for. Good work. We need to get that 4th book then. If Tarmina is right, we can use these books to locate the Mythic Dawn's hidden shrine. Let's go. I know that part of the sewers well. The sewers run underneath the whole Imperial City. There are access points in every district. The Blades have occasion to use them in our undercover work, as well as a means to move around the city without attracting attention. Follow me. I know how to get to the part of the sewers where we need to meet the sponsor.
Right next to the entrance to the sewers, there is a wonderful courtyard which has been beautifully designed by the developers.
Good afternoon.
How goes it?
Been better. How about
Boris and I dive in. We are met with some mud crabs and other minor enemies like goblins,
Look out!
which we make short work of. Boris and I progress through the sewers, and at some point he tells me that we are just beyond the meeting point with a table and chair, and he admits that he has always wondered who put it there. At this point I was thinking he must have been hanging out in the sewers a lot for him to be wondering that.
I always wondered who put it there. I happen to know that if you go up the stairs there, you can get a vantage point on the meeting room. I think I'd better be the one to handle the meeting. You'll be my backup. Keep watch from above in case of trouble. Good. Remember, we must not leave here without the book. It's our best chance of finding the amulet. Listen, I may not survive this, but if I don't, you must. You must recover the book and find the amulet of kings. I'm glad to have you at my back. Okay, let's do this.
Almost instantaneously we are found out and we engage in combat.
You to come alone!
Brothers,
Kill them! You are weak,
A little
like the
closer.
gods who
My
pray.
sword for the dragon!
The dawn is breaking! Die, unbeliever!
Someone else here!
Boris was struck down and I was overwhelmed. So I reloaded a previous save because I really like Boris and don't want him to be gone for my playthrough. I enter again, however this time I sneak in the corner. There are some sneaky Mythic Dawn agents who walk right up to me but don't see me as I'm in the shadows with my sneak skill at 100.
Dagon's shrine. Yes, I think you may.
I decide to get the drop on them as I was thinking that they would somehow ambush Boris.
The cleansing. The time of cleansing is almost here. Not fear death.
Not on this day.
The dawn is breaking.
The time of cleansing is almost here!
Wrong move.
This time after the fierce battle, Boris was alive and well.
That's 3 more that won't be reporting back to their master.
I've got my hands on volume 4 of the commentaries and talk to Boris.
Now that you have all 4 books, you should be able to handle things from here. I'm going to Cloud Ruler Temple. My place is at Martin's side.
I think at this point we are both happy to be alive. Boris is going back to Cloud Ruler Temple to be Martin's bodyguard, and I'll go back to Taormina to see if she has progressed with the other volumes.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Taormina informs me that there is a message in the first word of each paragraph of each book, so we both spend time trying to figure out the hidden message contained within the books. The message reads, Green Emperor Way, where tower touches midday sun.
Write this down. Green Emperor Way, where tower touches midday sun. Are you familiar with Green Emperor Way? The gardens around the Imperial Palace?
Taormina tells me that the gardens inside the Imperial Palace around noon time may be the best way forward with this.
I've half a mind to go down to Green Emperor Way myself and see what's there. Well, good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So I head down to the cemetery and come across an ominous tomb. So I wait around noontime to see if anything happens, and nothing was happening, so I cast my custom destruction spell at it with the hopes of something happening. However, I just needed to wait a while more to see a map pop up in bright red with the general location of the Mehrunes Dagon Shrine and the location of the Mythic Dawn Cult.
Anytime now.
There was another random woman waiting next to me. It kinda seemed like she was there for the same purpose as me, which is crazy to think that she had gone through a similar experience to get a hold of the 4 volumes and decode the message. I make my way towards Lake Arius, located near the northeast side of the map, just north of the great city of Shadenhall. I go inside the caverns and find myself pretty nervous as to what I may find.
Dawn is breaking. Welcome, brother. The hour is late, but the Master still has need for willing hands. You may pass into the shrine. Heir will take you to the Master for your initiation into the service of Lord Dagon. Do not tarry. The time of preparation is almost over. The time of cleansing is near. Heir awaits within. You should not linger here.
I speak to this creepy character named Harrow,
I am Heir, Warden of the Shrine of Dagon.
and he informs me that I have to do what I always fear to do in video games, to surrender all of my hard-earned possessions. I worked really hard to close all those Oblivion gates and upgrade the gear with Fortify Magicka enchantments, just to have it all taken away. So now I feel more vulnerable than ever, and I'm in a creepy cave with some Mythic Dawn cultists, but I muster up the courage to go further into the darkness to stop the Oblivion crisis.
Bounty. Give me your possessions, and put on this initiate's robe.
Dawn is breaking.
Dawn is breaking.
As I go through the dark caverns, I am finally introduced to Mankar Cameron.
Dawn is breaking.
The dragon throne is empty, and we hold the amulet of kings.
He is doing an announcement, and behind him is a statue depicting Mehrunes Dagon. This is all spine-tingling and exciting to finally come across some of the characters behind the whole scandal.
Hear now the words of Lord Dagon. When I walk the earth again, the faithful among you shall receive your reward, to be set above all other mortals forever. As for the rest, the weak shall be winnowed, the timid shall be cast down, the mighty shall tremble at my feet and pray for pardon.
So saith Lord Dagon, praise be.
Your reward, brothers and sisters. The time of cleansing draws nigh. I go now to paradise. I shall return with Lord Dagon at the coming of the dawn.
Mankar Cameron suddenly conjures up a portal and steps through it and disappears.
A new day, brother. We have a new brother who wishes to bind himself to the service of Lord Dagon.
Advance, initiate.
As part of my initiation, I speak to Mankar Cameron's wife, Rumor, and am handed a knife, and am asked to seal the pact by offering Lord Dagon the sacrificial red drink, which is the blood of his enemies. I say that I'm going to do it, knowing full well I would never. I cast a custom spell which will give me an elemental shield, and will protect me well for the battle to come. I end up knocking the book off the altar, and then take the Mysterium Xerxes.
Somebody!
You will get away with
quickly!
this!
We've got a burglar!
I am then immediately jumped by a huge group of Mythic Dawn cultists, and since I don't have my gear, I put my COD Zombies skills to use and run rounds and go to town on these psychopaths.
I do not fear death!
time of cleansing is almost here.
Only the true prince. The dawn is breaking. Run away!
I'm glad you will not lose. Did will survive the cleansing.
I go back and check on the Argonian that I refused to sacrifice. However, the statue of Mehrunes Dagon had unfortunately fell on top of her. I managed to recover my gear in the process, and make my way out through this labyrinth, which has so many Mythic Dawn personnel. I want to make sure I handle every one of them so no one has to deal with them later on. As I was traversing through this Mythic Dawn hideout, I got to see how they live, and it is not pretty. They have all obviously been promised riches and happiness after the full process of the Oblivion crisis has been done. However, for now, they are not living well at all. It is really depressing. I find a bedroll which seems to be safe to sleep in. I take a little nap after my killing spree, and level up to level 28, putting points into speed, endurance, and luck. I finally reach the exit, and at this point I'm in denial of what just happened. It's like it was a fever dream, a horrible, mystical, amazing nightmare. I make my way back to Joffrey at Cloud Ruler Temple, just happy to be alive in general.
Thank Talos you've returned safely. Do you have the amulet? Please tell me you have some good news.
He seems to be happy I made it back.
Ah, good.
And instructs me to go to Martin and have a chat.
He's hardly taken time to sleep since you left.
Ah, you're back. I told Joffrey not to worry. I can see you've had bad news. You didn't recover the amulet, did you? By the Nine, such a thing is dangerous even to handle. Forgive me. You were right to bring it. But you'd better give it to me. I know some ways to protect myself from its evil power. I don't know. Maybe. I suspect that the secret of how to open a portal to Cameron's paradise lies within these pages. But I will need time. Tampering with dark secrets, even just reading them, can be very dangerous. I'll have to proceed carefully. In the meantime, you should speak to Joffrey. He was concerned about reports of spies in Bruma. I put aside the dark arts when I became a priest, but the workings of fate may be seen in this too. The gods can turn anything to good, or so I piously told those who came to see me for advice. Perhaps I may yet come to believe it myself. This evil book was written by Mehrunes Dagon himself, and given by him to Manca Cameron. I believe Manca Cameron used it to create his paradise. It should give us the means to open a gate there ourselves. I will continue studying it. It is now clear to me that the only way to stop the Oblivion invasion is to relight the Dragonfires. Emperor, Amulet, and Dragonfire. With these divine gifts, the Daedra of Oblivion have been kept at bay for thousands of years. While the Dragonfires burned, the divine barriers kept the Daedra from making more than fleeting visits to our world. But the Dragonfires can only be relit by an heir of the Septim blood, wielding the Amulet of Kings. This was the essence of Manca Cameron's plot. He was undone only by the merest chance. But his complete victory remains perilously close. We must recover the Amulet of Kings and relight the Dragonfires before it is too late to stem Dagon's invasion. I hope to have at least part of the Mysterium Xarxes translated in a few days. Speak to Joffrey about those spies in the meantime.
That ends today's video on progressing the epic main quest for Oblivion. Thanks so much for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you think of Oblivion in the comments.